Hi folks, in this video I'm going to show you 3 ways to export your LinkedIn contacts from LinkedIn settings, from LinkedIn searches, and from Sales Navigator searches. Each technique, they have their advantages and their drawbacks, so let's explore them right now. First one, manual export from LinkedIn settings, free, fast, but missing data. So to get a copy of your LinkedIn connections, you should go to your account here, settings and privacy, data privacy, get a copy of your data. Don't click here, click on request new archive, download larger archive, and then request archive. After that, you will receive an email like this with a link to download your data. In this file, you will find a file named connections.csv. That file, you can upload it into an Excel file or a Google Sheet, and it will look like this. You will get the first name, last name, public LinkedIn URL, company, position, and really few emails. For example, here I have more than a bit less, than 2,000 connections, and I have only 37 emails for that. Why? Because really few people decide to share publicly their email addresses. So if you are looking for email addresses, this is not the right technique for you. You can still find them. I will show you that later. But if you only need first name, last name, URL, company, position, etc., basic information, you can use that technique. If you need the email, you're gonna have to use another tool. And also the other thing is that you can see that the data is not clean. So you have emojis, you have capital letters. So if you need clean data, same thing, you need to use another technique. Now, if you want emails out of this file, what you can do is delete here these 3 first lines, download the file as a CSV, and use the Evaboot email finder. So to get access to Evaboot, you can click to the first link in the description. And on Evaboot, you can go to the email finder here, click on find new emails, and just drag and drop your file here. And to find the emails, we will use the data inside the file. That is to say, the first name, the last name, and the company name. So here I uploaded the file and you can see that. So some rows, they are empty, and for some rows, we don't have the first name or the last name. So as you can see, the data is really not clean because you got missing last name and missing first name. That's weird. I guess it's a problem for LinkedIn. So for these lines, you are not able to launch the email finder. So here you got, only 1700s out of 1900s. And you can here launch the email finders, and the Evaboot email finder will try to find the emails for these contacts. So here the email finder finished to run. We have a bit more than 800 emails, majority of them being safe, and some of them risky. Risky means that we are not sure that the email exists. I will leave a link, an explanation on that in the description if you want more details on why we mark some emails as risky and some other as safe. And honestly, this is not a great score. Usually you can expect between 60% and 80% of the emails, but in some cases, for example, if you target a specific market, like kind of old school, like a construction, etc., people, they share less information online. So you will find less emails. For example, here, our targeted tech startup founder in San Francisco. And for that one, we found 89% of the emails. So you can see, depending on your target, the result can be really different. Second thing that could explain a low number of emails found using that technique is the absence of domain name in the file. So here you can see you have the company name, but you don't have the company domain. And most of the emails, they are found with pattern matching. So basically, if you have the real email domain of the company, it would be much easier to find the emails because it's simply a combination between first name, last name, and evaboot.com, for example. And also, it's much better to have the domain name because if you have really generic company names, like, I don't know, ABC Consulting, for example, this name is really random. So you will have a lot of different companies name with the exact same name, and you will have abcconsulting.com, .io, .ai. And so with only the company name, if you give the company name to the algorithm, you will find the .com or .co or .io, and you are not sure this is the real company that you are targeting. So it's always better to give the company name to the company domain, sorry, to the email finder, to be sure that the email that you will find is the exact one that you need, and it will also increase the performances of the email finder. So you'll find more emails if you give the domain name. The second technique that you can use is to export your LinkedIn contacts through LinkedIn search export. So for that, you go to LinkedIn search, you click on people, then you click on first, and here all the people displayed in the search result will be your connections. So you can export them with several tools. You get a lot you can find online. One of them is Phantom Buster. I will leave a link in the description, but if you Google LinkedIn search exports, you will find like between 5 and 10 tools. So feel free to pick the one that is best for you. So this is the Phantom Buster export, and most exports will look exactly like this. So here you get more data. First name, last name, headline, industry. So you got a bit of data on the company, degree of connection, etc. But the data is still not clean. You can see here, the last name is in capital letters. You still got emojis, and you don't have the domain. You only have the company name. So for the email finder, same thing. You will have less email if you don't upload the domain name into the email finder. So to sum up, LinkedIn search export, you have more data, it's free or cheap, but it's kind of slow because you can only export 100 profiles per day. The data is not clean, and also it's a bit risky for your account because LinkedIn don't like when we export data from the LinkedIn free version, the basic LinkedIn search engine. It's much better to export searches from Sales Navigator because since it's a paid product, LinkedIn is less annoyed and give you more room for data export on Sales Navigator. So let's take a look at third technique, Sales Navigator search export now. So advantage is faster. You can export up to 2,500 contacts per day, much more data. Data is clean. You got the domain name, so you will get more emails. And the email enrichment is integrated with the export with Evaboot. I will show you that in 2 seconds. And the drawback is that it requires a paid LinkedIn Sales Navigator account. And if you have more than 2,500 connection, you will have to split your Sales Navigator searches into several chunks. So we'll see that right now. So to export your LinkedIn contacts with Sales Navigator, you go to Sales Navigator, you go to lead filters. Here you click on connections and you click on first degree connections, and really simple, you'll have all your connections here. So here on this account, I have more than than 2,500, so I can export them in one go. If I have more than 2,500 connections, I will need to split my search. And for that, you can use some filters like seniority level. For example, let's say you want to export these 3 seniority levels, and then you exclude them, and then you export these seniority levels. So you can proceed like this. I will leave a link to a video where I describe the exact process to split your list if you have more than 2,500 connections. But for our case here, we're good. And if you have the Evaboot Chrome extension installed, the link is still in the description. You have a button here, export leads. You just need to click on it. Pick with emails if you need the emails, or without emails. Here we'll add the emails and say first degree connections, export. And then Evaboot will export all your connections and automatically add the professional emails on top of that. To save you time, I already exported the search. It's right here, and you can see that I have much more emails here, more than 1,000 against 800 before. Why? Because in the Evaboot file, the Evaboot export, you got the domain name. And when you get the domain name, you find much more emails. Here we found 200 more emails. You can see the stats here. And now let's take a look at the file. So with the Evaboot Sales Navigator export, you get much more data. So all data about the lead, first name, last name, current job, email, LinkedIn URL, Sales Navigator URL. You know if the lead is an open profile or not. If it's an open profile, it means that you can send free emails to this person. I will leave a link explaining that technique at the top of this video. Get company name, company domain, number of employees, so you get the range and also the exact number of employee, company industry, company description, and a lot more data that you can leverage for your prospecting. And the data is clean. Here you can see no capital letters, no emojis. For example, if we look at, it was Julia Remy we had before on the other file. Here you can see it was in capital letters in the other file. Here it's automatically clean by the Evaboot algorithm. So this technique in terms of quality is the best, but it's paid. So now you have the 3 techniques for 3 different budgets. So feel free to pick the right one for you. And if you want to know more about how to use Sales Navigator and Evaboot to build email lists for your prospecting, you can check the video that will appear just right here. I wish you a good day and I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.